Terrifying.
Really?
Yeah. But it's a terror that you love. And when you're a child, it's the kind of, you go looking for that kind of terror. You will find an audience. You will find, you'll go to a local dance. You will do anything to put an audience in front of you that will scare you to death, because that's what you love. And that I think is what any top performer, and I don't put myself in that category, but anyone I know that does this on a large scale or on a top scale feels the same terror.
So you are terrified of performing.
I don't get sick, but I get that feeling of butterflies, the excitement, the terror that it has to be right, like you were talking about having to do live television, that it just has to be right. You cannot fail. And there's no room for failure, so that's exciting.
Let's talk a little bit about living in Miami.
Okay.
And certainly this is an event that has great community roots.
Oh, yeah.
You guys have been here for quite a long time,
Yeah.
and the Bee Gees were certainly among the first resident celebrities. Of course, now we have Don Johnson, and of course Jackie Gleason was before you, but
That's
you
right.
guys were among the pioneers of people coming down here. What made you decide to come to Miami in the first place?
Well, I didn't even know Don was, I keep hearing stories that he's not living here, so...
well, I saw him last
yes.
Sunday, so I think it's safe to say that he might still be
Don,
here.
make up your mind. It didn't take me long to make up my mind. I mean, we came 10 years ago to make an album, and literally fell in love with Florida. And it's a love affair that lasts to this day, and I hope will just go on. I love it here. I think the attitude of the people is fantastic. I think the lifestyle here is fantastic. I think for any level of making a good living in this area, it's fantastic. And I think that eventually there's going to be visa problems just to come into this state, which I think is a good idea, boys. Keep them all out, just us. And, you know, we have the sunshine here. You don't get this all over America. You get sunshine, you get good, clean air. Even if it's not the cleanest, it's cleaner than most places in the rest of the country. And I can't think of a better place to bring up my kids.
Has it been difficult for you to try to bring the kids up normally when your life is really not normal? I mean, you do have celebrities coming through your home. You are in the record business.
Yeah, it's not normal. That is true. It certainly isn't normal. But both me and Linda try to bring up the children in a normal way. So we're still normal parents. And for some reason, I think they understand that too. It's like they treat us like normal parents, the same as we treat them like normal kids, you know. And they see the different celebrities come in the house and go, and we had George Michael here, and we had Michael Jackson live here for a week.
Oh my goodness, they must have flipped.
Well, no, you see, that's the difference. They don't. They're so used to somebody famous being in the house that Michael still calls my eldest, Stephen, calls him from Tokyo, calls him from Japan now, you know.
Calling Michael Jackson?
No, Michael calls Stephen.
Really?
Regularly, maybe once, twice a week. And they talk for a couple of hours, and he don't even speak to me. So they're really good friends, and Michael will call him from some part of the world where he's touring now. I would expect in the next few days that Stephen will hear from him again.
Let's talk about diabetes and the Love and Hope Festival. Yeah. How do you feel about, I mean, certainly the kind of money that you can raise in an event like this certainly has to touch a lot of people's lives with diabetes. How does that touch you when, you know, it's all said and done and the event is over and you go to bed that night and you say, hey, maybe I helped some people here today?
Well, yeah, I like to think that's true. I like to think that, I think we all go to bed after such an event and think the same thing. And hopefully we did. You know, it feels wonderful. It's always a good feeling to help other people. And that's one of the things in your lifetime you should do.
You know, for a lot of people who watch at home, whether it be this particular charity or something else, unless, unfortunately, many times, unless a disease has directly affected them, they don't realize how important it is to help. So if you were talking to the folks at home now who perhaps has never experienced anyone in their family having diabetes, and hopefully they won't, what would you say to them to say, please call in tonight and help us out?
Well, I mean, it's very hard to say come in and help when nobody in your family has this actual disease. But it's very vital, and we need help. This disease needs to be killed. And if it's the person on the street that it takes to do it, then we're going to ask them whether they have relatives or friends. You must have somebody in your neighborhood or someone amongst your family that is stricken with this disease. I don't know what you say, except that it doesn't matter whether you have a friend or a relative that has the disease, it's in your heart to do something, it's not that much, you know? It's not that much. It's not that much to feed a hungry child, and it's not that much to help in this disease either, in this cause.
Are you hopeful that your efforts, and of course the efforts of lots of other people, will perhaps one day eradicate this?
Oh yeah, that's why we're doing it. We're going to stop it altogether. That's the whole idea.